안녕하세요. 한국의 한류문화 우리들 TV의 김수범입니다. 오늘은 여기 인천 송도 국제대학 있는데 와 있습니다. 이곳에서 외국인 크리스토퍼 헨리의 저 작품전이 있어서 왔습니다. 이렇게 비트윈더라인스 같은 시리즈. 인천 글로벌 캠퍼스 엑시비션 모드입니다. 인사이트 컬렉티브 마이크로볼 양면이 라인 이자벨 고데스를 더해가니까
I was the biggest fish in a very small pond, so to speak, in that. And then, I just wanted to go back.
So you like to do 100% full-time part?
Yeah. Well, I would probably have a job on the side, but Marie doesn't live here.
네, 여기는 제가 알고 있는 크리스토퍼 헨리의 작품입니다. 일단
깜짝 놀랐네.
Yeah. Hello?
You want me like that or?
Yeah. I just. Yeah. 파이브 아티스트입니다. 파이브 아티스트. I hope to introduce your articles. Introduce about your article.
About these? Okay.
Okay.
So I started knitting as a form of meditation, and it has turned into an artistic expression, I guess.
Yeah.
This in particular, on theme, was between the lines. So I created each of these to have the ability to actually see through it, right? In various aspects, right? So it's pretty literal between the lines. It's not very.
What is it?
Oh, this is sea breeze vest. So this is actually Korean cotton. So this is cotton that's created here in Korea. And I kind of picked this again because of the the design. It's not my design. It's a different artist. But I also like the lime green. Right, the lime green is like really pops. Yeah, but I really like. Yeah. This one is actually really special because this yarn right here was given to me by a really good friend. She bought this in New York when she was there visiting her family. And it is a hand-dyed variegated yarn, and it's baby alpaca. So if you touch it, it's like one of the softest, right, that like we have here. And then the bottom is actually a combination of a Korean cotton yarn as well as this. So it's like a New York meets Korea vest, which I really like. Yeah.
This, what is it? It's only
These two are actually Korean patterns.
Korean pattern.
Korean patterns. But they're from, again, like hand-dyed yarns from the United States. So like this one, again, if you feel it, it's really soft. But the pattern that we have is called mosaic. So you can see how it sort of is like a box, right?
Yeah.
And then a lace, and then box, and then just plain. This is a kind of a more modern like Korean design, and then this is also a Korean designer. Same thing. So you have like your kind of like lace patterns, and then your texture, and then stripes, and then lace again, where you can like see through it. It's actually better on the other side. It's completely different. Right, the lines. And so that's why we have it hanging, right? Because you can see it's a totally different kind of shawl, right? If you look at it on this side from this side because of the unique details. And you can also kind of see those unique details when you get closer. So these are two different yarns that are also hand-dyed variegated from Georgia. And then this is just a regular like black wool blend. Yeah, this is a really pretty one. Yeah. This one is also Australian wool. So these are from Korea as well. Like they import them in the yarn stores. And this one's called Study Hall. This is very complicated. That one took me months. Yeah. This is a really fun one.
Some different.
It's very different. So instead of multiple yarn, like multiple different types of yarn, this is just one. So that's the difference between this one. It's called schlubby, and as you can tell, it's also like hand dyed. So what that means is that the hank was dyed, and then what they did to get those specks is they like took a paintbrush and slicked it with the dye. So every hank is different. It's pretty unique. That's actually the same thing with these too. Is that they're literally like hand painted like by the dyer, which is really fun. And the design is fun because it's got multiple different levels of texture. Yeah, but also light, so good for like summer, which is really fun. And then finally, this is my design, and I have incorporated Korean cotton, Australian wool, and then a mohair wool as well. And this is all things that I bought here in Korea. So they're part of a stash that I've been growing here. This one is different on both sides as well. So if you look at how this stripe line looks, and then it looks completely different on the other side. You see? So this is another one that like you could wear one way and it would look like one thing, and then you could wear it in a completely different way, you know, if you have it. And what's fun about these kinds of shawls is that they make really good scarves.
Good.
So you're not just like wearing them like an old grandma. You know, you can wrap them around your neck, you know, and they look really pretty because all of the different colors kind of like blend in together. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Congratulations your exhibition.
Thank you very much.
I hope to introduce your articles. Okay. Thank you.
You want to walk through it? So what do you want me to say? You just want me to talk about my work?
I hope to introduce your articles.
Ah. So hold on. Let me think about this for a second. Give me a second. Okay, so our theme here was between the lines.
Yeah.
All right. So we came up with this string, put our work between the lines, but I also interpret it as blurring the lines between actual form and impression. All right. I like to give an impression of something rather than paint the actual form. I like the viewer to create the narrative, to create the story. If I were to paint an object, I have created the story, but by just giving abstract forms, I force you to create the story, and that's always my goal. And you'll see that in all my work. I hardly ever do anything that has actual form, but you will get impressions and hopefully evoke some emotions just by the use of color, shape, and form.
Can you introduce about that?
All right, this one is called Shatter. It's meant to evoke possibly like shattering glass, but a lot of random straight lines, rectilinear lines, triangles, things like that. Something you might see as a piece of glass shattered in the moment, but it also evokes motion. You know, this is like as it's happening versus afterwards when you see it laying on the ground. That's just an impression that I got when I named it after I painted it, but that's not meant what I intended to do. That's where I walk that other fine line, is between intent and just pure freedom when I paint. When I paint, I have a basic idea when I start, but then I just let myself go. And if that initial idea doesn't pan out, that's fine with me. I just go wherever it leads me. This piece is called Phantom. That's just the mood that I got when I painted it. It's kind of dark, a little spooky. It was a shape that I was interested in, and I had painted another painting before with a similar shape, and I wanted to continue to explore that. This one is Borrego. Borrego is the name of a desert outside of Southern California where I'm from. And about every 4 years, it gets a torrential rainstorm, and all the grass and flowers bloom in the desert. And that's kind of what I was trying to paint there. This one is Polaris, and Polaris is the name of a star, the North Star, but it's also the name of a missile system from the United States. And I just got that name, like I said, after I painted it. That's not what I set out to paint. That's just the impression that I got once it was done. This one actually did kind of have some intent going into it. It is named Cossack. Now, Cossack was the name of fierce people from the steppes of Asia, around Russia. I got this when the Trump administration sort of hijacked the Ukrainian president and tried to shame him, and he wouldn't take it. He was a warrior, so this is in honor of him. This is landscape number 6. Again, I didn't set out to paint a landscape, but once I was done, that's the impression that I got, so that's the name of it. This is Hadron. This is another one with some intent behind it. Hadron is a particle accelerator in Europe that explores the creation of the universe, and I kind of wanted to portray that on that painting. Cygnus 2, I love science fiction. I love reading science fiction films. And when I finished painting this one, That's the impression that I got. It was from like an old science fiction novel cover. It's what it reminded me of, so that's how it got its name. This one's called Seville, and it invokes the colors of Spain, of the town in Spain. A little nostalgic. Now, all four of these have the same name. That's Celestine 1, 2, 3, and 4. Celestine is a type of mineral. I didn't set out to paint like minerals, but when I finished them, you can see, the blue and the reflected red are a theme in that. If you look at the actual mineral close up, that's kind of what you get. So that's the name of it. And you can see that they kind of evolved a little bit. Some are similar, and they sort of evolve. Here's another one, tourmaline, which is another kind of mineral, and completely different style than the others. I was just playing with color and lines, so all the color is paint, but the dark lines in between are ink. I had painted a painting, and I wasn't really happy with it, so I just started playing around with ink and outlining the swaths of color, and it came together. And then tourmaline is another type of mineral that shares those colors, so that's what I mean. Shinara is a forest in Japan. I visited it before, and it was towards the end of summer, close to autumn, and the sun was setting, and these are the colors and sense of shadow that I got when I was there, so that's how that got that name. Boreal reminds me of a forest. Two of the larger pieces that I've done. And then we end with Imperator. And unfortunately, in this lighting, you cannot see that this is gold metallic paint. Here. I don't know if your camera will pick this up, but all right. It's a little better when you can see the gold. It's very imperial, maybe Roman, something like that. That's just, again, the impression that I got when I finished. Right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
네.
Now that I had a
네, 여기는 크리스토퍼의 작품전이었습니다. 감사합니다. 우리들 TV의 김수범이었습니다.